A 56-year-old woman will carry her daughter's baby, but the ultrasound tells another story. There are times we all get caught up in our lives and feel the world's not being fair to us, but in reality, when we look around, we see people who are truly having a very tough time. It makes us feel a little ashamed to get hung up on insignificant things that are unimportant. This is a story of people coming together to help a family in need. Kim and Joe Casanos are from Ohio and wanted so much to have a family. Unfortunately, Kim had undergone a partial hysterectomy, making it impossible for her to have a baby. The Casanos were determined to have a baby when Kim's mother, J.C. Dallenberg, stepped up and offered to be their surrogate, even though she was 56 years old. J.C. was aware of the risks involved due to her age, but she wanted to do this for her daughter. The Casanos were ecstatic they could finally have a family. They were all set to have the in vitro fertilization or IVF performed, which showed Dallenberg's uterus implanted with embryos. JC told Today that Kim and Joe are such great people and truly deserve to have children. She said it's something she wanted to do for her daughter. The treatment was a complete success and JC became pregnant in early 2008. As others have experienced with IVF, JC didn't have just one baby, but 3. On October 11, 2008, JC gave birth to the triplets, and Kim and Joe are now proud parents to twins and a sister. The babies were delivered through a cesarean section and weighed less than 3 pounds. Their weight was due to being born 2 months premature, but Ellie, Gigi, and Carmina were very healthy babies. Before taking the girls home, the Casanos spoke with Good Morning America. On their appearance of Good Morning America, Kim said the girls were doing great, and now Kim, Joe, and the girls were finally a family.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story.
Well, not everything was going as planned. Shortly thereafter, their world seemed to turn upside down once again. Their daughter Ellie was diagnosed with 5 brain tumors. She underwent many surgeries, but shortly after, they realized they'd have to move in order to give Ellie the very best medical treatment available. They found an excellent hospital in Sunrise, Florida called Nicklaus Children's Hospital, so the family packed up and moved from Ohio to Sunrise, Florida. Fate was not being kind to the Casanos family. Kim and Joe discovered that their 2 other daughters also had brain tumors. All 3 were diagnosed with atypical arachnoid tumors by the time they were only 8 years of age. Not only was the news emotionally devastating, but they were now in a financial destitution. The surgeries and treatments for the 3 girls were incredibly expensive, and Kim and Joe just couldn't afford the cost, so they decided to sell some of their belongings. Due to the medical bills, Joe realized he'd have to sell his car. They also had to sell their wedding rings, which were ever so heartbreaking. Joe and Kim were ready to do anything for Ellie, Gigi, and Carmina. As they were new to the area, they didn't know anyone, but this was about to change after appearing on a local TV station. Kim and Joe shared their tragic story with CBS 4 News, and it seems all the right people were watching the news that day. Joe Miranda and his wife listened to the Casanos' struggles and decided to do something to help them during this very hard time. They decided to give the family a Kia SUV so they could go back and forth from hospital appointments whenever they needed. On top of that, the Mirandas paid for the family to go to Legoland. Kim Casanos told CBN that she was stunned when she heard about the incredible act of kindness coming from the Mirandas. She couldn't believe it. Joe Casanos also added the Mirandas had literally changed their lives. What they weren't aware of was there were many more surprises coming their way. Word got around the Sunset neighborhood very quickly about the family's hardships, and something even more miraculous was about to happen. The community set up a fundraising event in honor of Ellie, Gigi, and Carmina, and they were able to raise an incredible $10,000. This money would help pay for medical testing that the family just couldn't afford. It was the generosity and community spirit that humbled the Casanos. They went from knowing absolutely no one in the area, let alone in Florida, to having the backing of this amazing, caring community with so many names they can call on if and when they need to. As for Ellie, Gigi, and Carmina, they're working on getting better. Their dad Joe said as parents, he and Kim try to do everything they possibly can to make sure the girls are happy and to live their lives as full as they can. He added that the 3 girls are in pretty good spirits, so something right must be going on around them. When people reach out to those in need, whether due to serious illnesses or other hardships, there's a feeling that cannot be fully explained but seems to turn negatives into positives. That feeling of joy is also felt inside those who are the givers, and that's a great feeling indeed.